What's up, guys? This is my channel, and this is where we talk about hair, health, and everything in between. All right, y'all, my name is Aisha, and we are gonna get started today with the discussion that I'm excited about. I hope you are too. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so it has been a journey. I remember way back when, within my health journey, with my log journey, of me thinking of these things I wanted to do, thinking of these things I wanted to accomplish, and now we're kind of at that benchmark place where I am almost 5 years locked, which is wow. Because when I first got them done, y'all, it had been a 6-year process, okay? And I'm not exaggerating. From the moment I said I want locks to the day that I actually got them done was 6 years. And the fact that it's been almost 5 years past that mark is crazy, because I don't know about y'all, but I had a whole Pinterest board on girls who had locks and what I wanted my hair to look like and my inspiration, the colors and all these things, right? And most of the girls on that board were 5 years locked. And that was like, I want to say a wake-up call, because I knew that obviously it's going to take time for hair to grow and develop and to flourish into these locks. But it was like, okay, 5 years is like that sweet spot, right? And granted, people have different rates in which their hair grows, or which their hair develops, and yada, 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 yada. But I was like, yeah, 5 years, I already know I'm going to be, right? In my Pantene Pro V commercial, except the girl with the locks that can't really use your conditioner, but that's okay. That's not what we hear about. So within those 5 years, almost 5 years, I want to give y'all some things that I've learned, but also some things that I've regretted. Okay, so let's start off with things that I've learned in the last 5 years. All right, so the last 5 years, I have learned that locks are finicky. They can be crazy. There was a point in my lock journey, and this only happened with a few locks in like the front of my head, where my hair was thinning for no good reason. I wasn't having a baby. It wasn't postpartum shedding. It wasn't stress. It wasn't anything else, because one, when I stress and my hair is affected, it affects my whole head. So that didn't even make sense. So I had a few locks up here that were just thinning for no reason. So I had to learn, one, to keep my hands out of my head. Okay, I'm just doing that to show y'all. Okay, I want to show y'all the actual lock, because it is still intact. It did not fall off, but it still is quite annoying. Here's one. There's 3 of them. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. And so I've learned better ways of taking care of my hair, but also that locks can have weak points. And so if you find those weak points, you see those weak points, and your loctician knows about these weak points, you want to try to rectify them. Now, granted, how far or how big your lock is will determine how it's rectified and that it is fixed. But for mine, right, all she did was kept an eye on it. She said, hey, I see these spots. I am aware. I'm going to look out for them, and we're going to keep going. And that's what it is. Okay, I found 3. Oh, I found the one that's really bad. Okay, so y'all, it was literally, you can see that it is in the front of my head, that they kind of went crazy, all right? And so I will say this. I have never experienced an actual full lock falling off, but y'all, I'm pretty sure something happened with this one lock, right? Y'all see that? Look at this. So you got these locks, which are pretty much in the same spot, especially these 3. In the exact same spot, and you got this one over here, but you can see right here that this one is significantly shorter. Now, unless a little leprechaun came up in my bedroom and cut my hair off, my guess is that this fell off at some point, and you can see kind of the end of it. See, y'all can see that. I don't know. I still don't know to this day, but I wanted to show you this. This is what I've learned. Okay, sometimes they just thin, and it just is what it is. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but you can see right here where they're thick down here, and then they all 3 thin about here. Okay, and then it goes back to being thicker. So we got the thin spot, which you can see, bam, and then it goes to get thicker. Okay, And so what I've learned is that sometimes the hair is going to do what the hair is going to do regardless of what you do to it. And so I've been mindful of it and try to keep track of it. Okay, y'all, that is what I've learned with that. Okay, I've also learned that with my loctician to shop around when you're first looking out and you're first researching for locks. Okay, and so knowing what method you want to start with, how you want to start, how many locks you want, and not necessarily the number but the size of it, because depending on hair density, depending on your head shape, like if you have a bigger scalp than others or a smaller scalp, it's going to determine how many locks you have, because 700 locks on my scalp probably wouldn't look that crazy, but 700 locks on somebody else's probably would. My scalp is larger, right? And although I only have like 325 locks, y'all, because 2 of them got combined, this is what locks look on my head. So I can't imagine having twice as much as that. My hair would probably be like, yeah, way too much, and way too much to handle and to comprehend, and no. Okay, and so understanding that, shopping around to see what loctician is going to give you what you're looking for, and also the education behind that. When I was searching for mine, I needed that person to be knowledgeable, because what I didn't want to do is play a guessing game with something I'm getting started. And that's kind of my approach to health and fitness too. Like when people come to me, I'm like, okay, we're not trying to play a guessing game on, oh, well, I haven't really done this, or I have no idea what you're talking about. There's some things going to be unique to you that you have to play around with, but I want somebody who has a good foundation. Just as being a coach, I have a great foundation in what I teach people and how I show people. So having a good foundation in your loctician is going to be a big thing, y'all. Don't go out there looking for a loctician who is saying the opposite of what you know you want, but you go with them because they super cheap, or you go with them because you are absolutely desperate. No one got anywhere good being desperate, okay? Nobody. And if they did get somewhere good, it didn't stay there for long. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, all right? And so learning to shop around and to see what you're looking for and what you actually want versus something you're settling for. Because this is a lifestyle, y'all. Once these things go in, it is hard to get them out. And even if you try to get them out, who knows what will happen, okay? So just be mindful of that. Also, what I've learned is that I've had to teach myself how to take care of my hair. I got my locks in 2019, y'all. I got them a few months before the world shut down. And so for me, I already knew. When I went into locks, I said, hey, I have to have a certain amount of locks, and I'm not going over that. So I wasn't going to be the person that's going to have 500 locks. That's never going to work, because I knew in the case of emergency, like a global pandemic, I could do my own hair. I could retighten my own hair. And that was something that was important for me. Because I was like, there may be some months where I can't make it. There may be some months that I don't want to make it. Or this has happened plenty of times where my loctician forgets 1 or 2 locks within my head, and then I can retighten them as I see going forward. And YouTube, I know y'all watching me right now, but YouTube is a fantastic resource for retightening your own hair. Just making sure you're doing it in a good way, a safe way, nothing crazy. If they say something really wonky, y'all run for the hills, okay? So educate yourself, all right? And then something else I've learned is how to hydrate my locks without putting in a moisturizer, if that makes sense, okay? And so we talk about a lot when you first get those locks, you don't want them to unravel, you don't want them to be soft, you want them to actually lock, you want them to hold tight to each other. And when you start to rub stuff down and get it all moisturized and stuff, oh, them locks, they're gonna start to want to detangle. And the whole point of locks is to be tangled, right? We want them to love each other and hold tight. That's where we get those beautiful, nice, luxurious locks. All right, and so making sure that you hydrate your hair but not necessarily moisturize your hair. Okay, now you can hydrate your hair with water, just straight up water, y'all. Just straight up water. Okay, me personally, I love rose water because it's water and that rose oil. Well, sometimes there's a rose oil, but that rose extract, that rose extract, not extract. No. Okay, they have that rose extract in it, and so it's mixed with water, obviously, and some of them have some more essential oils in them, or they may have some other things in them, but usually I just give me straight up rose water. And so I'm spraying that on my hair to give my hair some life, because sometimes it can be dull. Like right now, like, I'm probably gonna finish this video and go spray my hair with some rose water, because I feel like it's dull and it's getting that time where I have to have a retightening. I have a retightening a week and a half from now, and so I can feel it, so I refresh with that. So I am hydrating my hair because it'd be thirsty, y'all. It'd be thirsty. But get some water, get some rose water, whatever it is. Just don't be doing the most, okay? You don't need to oil your hair every day. You don't need to oil your scalp every day. You do not need to put conditioner in your locks, okay? Okay, all right, and done. All right, now moving on to things I regret. Okay, and let me say this, y'all. This has been like one of the best journeys ever. It has created just stress freedom. Like, I am no longer stressed about doing my hair or getting the right products or making sure that it's gonna work well with the weather. Okay, I live in a place where a hot day, it could be raining 1 second and sunshine the next with high humidity. Like, it is unpredictable. Okay, even when the forecast calls for this, it could be something completely different. And so that was stressful for me because I had to have the right products with me, because I've had natural hair. I had to have the right products with me, make sure I have enough hairpins and bows and all these things to make sure that I am presentable and that my hair stays the way it wants to. And that's along with working out every day. It was mayhem. Now granted, I managed. I did a lot of twists, y'all, a lot of twists in my hair. They were my friend. And that was a big thing too, because I find myself doing all these twists when I could just lock this sucker up. Okay, now granted, twists cost me nothing at all except the products I had to buy, right? Which wasn't a lot with my twists, but I wanted something a little bit more manageable on the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year, and that for me was locks. Okay, and so I regret not getting them sooner. I wish that I would have gotten them sooner, but then on the other hand, y'all, I got them when I got them, and guess what? It's about to hit that 5 years, and my hair is about to be bomb. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I love my hair. I love my hair. But my goal is for it to be, yeah, I got all black, right? My goal is for it to be right here. Like, I want it healthy, and I mean like all my strands. So right now you can see on either side, this one comes to about right here. So they're both about right here, right? We need right here. So maybe in a couple of years I would get there. That's my hope. That's my hope, my prayer, and I wish. Maybe in a couple of years I would get there. But regardless, it's like, oh, I could have started sooner, but I started when I started, and you can't change time. That's one thing that doesn't go back. You can't push it forward fast. It just is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I really don't have a lot of regrets because I love them so much. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. And I would say that I've had people who say, I regretted not getting the grid. I regretted not getting the actual sister lash, yada, yada, yada. I regretted the method in which I started, right? Because different methods could yield a different look. What I wanted in my locks was like perfection when it came to symmetry within the lock, not necessarily within the squares in my head. Like, it didn't have to be completely straight or whatever. I don't mind a little zigzaggy, because honestly, this is how I wear my hair most of the time, y'all. It's just, I go like this. I'm not sitting there trying to party and go like this. We just go for it, okay? And so that wasn't a big deal to me. But I remember following this one girl whose locks, they look so fake. It was like when you buy hair, or when you buy like pre-made locks or whatever, it was like that, because they were just perfect. Everything was the exact same size. And I realized that my hair is just not gonna do that. Every single retie, we fighting to keep my hair inside. Y'all, it want to be free. And if it want to be free, it's gonna be fighting and fighting and fighting. And sometimes I'm not gonna get all that symmetry, and I'm okay with that. I've never been like, oh my gosh, I want to redo my locks because they are not the perfect size all around. I do not care. What I do care is that I have healthy hair, that it is growing, that it is flourishing, that I get to go to the beach and not have to worry about what I'm going to do with my hair or how I'm going to get all the sand out my hair. Okay? Okay. All right, y'all. So almost 5 years, you know, I would let y'all know when that 5 years hit. We got a few, let's see. It is March. So we got 6 months. Oh my gosh. 6 months, y'all. I'm 4.5 years in. We got 6 months until we get to that 5 year, and we gonna celebrate, okay? We gonna celebrate. But if y'all have questions about my journey, about the methods I choose, about rose water, anything like that, I do have a link below. So if you want to go see which one is my favorite one for my hair, you can go look at that. And it smells so good, y'all. I love the way rose water smells. But if you have any questions, let me know. Things that I've learned, things that I regretted. We almost 5 years in. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye.